Jeff Bezos was here last night, and I asked him, what's the difference between what you're doing and what Elon Musk is doing?
Right at the beginning of 2021, Elon Musk took the lead over Jeff Bezos as the world's richest person. These two futurist titans hold capital and power that are more than many nations around the world combined. And as you might think, the top dogs often stick together, that is certainly not the case with Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. And now, we'll touch upon their rivalry that has lasted for the past decade and a half and will continue as they run the race to $1 trillion. As we jump to it, don't forget to click the like button, share, subscribe, and press the notification bell for more updates. Just in case you were unaware. Just as a quick review, Jeff Bezos, the American industrialist and media proprietor known for being the founder and CEO of the multinational tech company Amazon, has been widely known as the richest man in modern history. You've not been living under a rock, so you're aware of this. However, Elon Musk took over the title at the start of 2021 due to a continued rise in the stock price of Tesla, which has seen a net worth surge to over $197 billion, whereas Bezos' estimated net worth of $183 billion has seen some increase, but not as much as Musk. Bezos had previously held the title as the richest person in the world since 2017. So, we assume that most are familiar with the story of these two super billionaires. No doubt you have heard about Bezos leaving his day job to found the world's largest internet company by revenue. You've probably already heard how he went from his empty garage space and simple desktop computer to the mega company we see today, even furthering his assets towards interorbitable aspirations with the aerospace manufacturing and suborbitable spaceflight services company Blue Origin, which Bezos started in 2000. And if you have not heard of that, you definitely heard of his acquisition of major American newspaper, The Washington Post, in 2013. That caused a huge amount of controversy. Aside from all that, Bezos also manages his many other investments through his Bezos Expeditions venture capital firm. Meanwhile, in the other corner, the South African-born Musk, who became a multi-millionaire much earlier than Bezos by selling his startup Zip2, which was acquired by Compaq in 1999, created more startups that would eventually be acquired by other companies, like PayPal in 2002. His revolutionary mentality and sheer genius led Musk to becoming the tantamount titan he is today. The founding of SpaceX and the realignment of Tesla have propelled Musk to push the boundaries even further through projects that he believes are beneficial to society, such as co-founding OpenAI, Solar City, Neuralink, and The Boring Company. Through the better of the past 2 decades, these two tech titans have attained godlike power and esteem, with the whole world's balance shifting with their every business move. If Musk eyes Bitcoin, and when he invests in it, it was another rubber stamp that cryptocurrency would pay off for investments. And when Bezos was super intrigued about using drones to deliver packages, stocks for drones shot up through the roof around the world. And yet, despite the flourishing of their respective endeavors, these two gentlemen have been entwined in a 15-year feud that has been highlighted for the world to see, which revolves around big business, finances, innovation, and space travel.
Certainly some similarities of opinion. I think both Jeff and I believe that it's important for the future to be a spacefaring civilization.
The feud gets intense. Who would have thought that two of the richest people on the planet would have intense competition, even though it is often passed off with a gentleman-like demeanor? Even through the global pandemic, it's been quite a record-breaking year for both of these big bosses. Bezos added $13 billion to his net worth on July 20th of 2020, which was reportedly the largest earnings for an individual in a single day. While in the other corner, Elon Musk's quadrupling in wealth over the last 9 months is believed to be the fastest wealth accumulation in history. Then we have the fact that both individuals are truly gifted in their fields. And another similarity is that they share a particular passion for turning science fiction into science reality. And this is where the plot gets thick. Jeff Bezos was the first to launch his own rocket manufacturing company, Blue Origin, in 2000. He has since continued with his aspirations of enabling humans to live in space, outlining his plans to pave the way for future generations by residing on artificial worlds or colonies in space. While in the other corner, Musk's SpaceX, which was established 2 years after Blue Origin, has taken the lead on actual active missions, working with NASA and actually acquiring exclusive use of the government space agency's launch pads, and even being the first private company to place a person into orbit. Remember, Musk is truly a genius. Nonetheless, the two executives have sparred over their respective space ambitions. Apparently, in 2004, with Blue Origin and SpaceX still in their early stages, the two met to discuss their respective reusable rocket ambitions, with that meeting shooting far from the sun as what was expected. Musk had publicly remarked in an interview that he tried his best to give good advice, which Bezos largely ignored. Whatever that advice Musk gave, they continued with their quickly developing projects until the rivalry reappeared in 2013, when things became contentious over the effort of leasing a NASA launch pad, which of course, Musk eventually won. In 2013, SpaceX tried to get exclusive use of a NASA launch pad, leading Blue Origin to file a formal protest with the government to prevent SpaceX from using the pad. This is truly a low blow, but as we all know, all is fair in love and war. So, Bezos even proposed to converting the said launch pad into a commercial spaceport, which would be available to all launch companies. In recoil and the nature of cause and effect, Musk called the move a phony blocking tactic, and expounded that Blue Origin had not done anything sufficient in creating a reliable suborbitable spacecraft, despite spending over 10 years in development. He even adds a snarky remark saying, "Frankly, I think we are more likely to discover unicorns dancing in the flame duct." The right to use NASA's debated Pad 39A eventually was given to SpaceX, which would reap the benefits later on through numerous successful operations with NASA, leading to affirmation of the partnership's beneficial direction. In 2014, the two companies continued their rivalry when they got into a patent battle, after Blue Origin was granted a patent for drone ships used for landing rocket boosters. This would mean that SpaceX would need to pay Blue Origin for the use of the technology. Naturally, SpaceX countered by petitioning to invalidate the patent, arguing that the science in the patent has been around for decades. A judge sided with SpaceX on this argument, leading to a withdrawal of most of the claims in Blue Origin's patent. The rivalry noticeably came to the public attention on Twitter, with both leaders taking shots at each other. An example of which was in 2015, when Bezos tweeted a video of a successful landing of its new Shepard rocket, claiming it as the rarest of beasts, a used rocket. Musk responded to the tweet, reminding Bezos that his SpaceX Grasshopper rocket did 6 suborbitable flights years prior and is still operational. Bezos would later take a swipe at SpaceX landing its Falcon 9 spacecraft in the same year, welcoming SpaceX to the club. These swipes over space ambitions on Twitter have reflected a direct competition between the two companies and its leaders, which have also been expressed through interviews. Talking to his biographer, Elon Musk claimed that Blue Origin has repeatedly tried to steal personnel from SpaceX, saying that Blue Origin has offered to double the salaries of specialized talent from his SpaceX. He even revealed that SpaceX in general has set up an email filter notification for the words Blue and Origin. And who would doubt it? Tactics can get very intense in the struggle to reach $1 trillion.
Because when I see the rocket lift off, I see like 1,000 things that could not work, and it's amazing when they do.
The beef gets thick. And the next step is for the intensity to get a bit personal. In 2016, after the BBC asked Musk about Bezos, he simply responded with a dismal saying,
Jeff who?
And Musk has repeatedly and publicly called Bezos a copycat. after plans from Amazon were released towards internet beaming satellites and self-driving vehicles, both of which are endeavors that Musk had been making great strides with. Throughout this time, despite the public callouts that Musk had made, Bezos has been less revealing about his disdain for Musk and SpaceX, which he tries to outdo with his projects. As for the blows that Bezos himself has thrown, he called Musk's Mars target unmotivating.
That idea is it has kind of come to be that we've got all our eggs in one basket.
Claiming that he and Blue Origin are more focused on colonizing the moon instead of Mars, giving subtle clues of the impossibility or at least impracticality of the operation. More recently, Musk, in an interview with the New York Times, appeared to comment on Bezos' age and his company's space progress. The rate of progress is too slow, and the number of years he has left is not enough. But I'm still glad he's doing what he's doing with Blue Origin. Despite this rhetoric, Bezos seemed to have continued with his soft and gentleman-like facade by congratulating the SpaceX team after successfully conducting its Starship spacecraft tests in December of 2020. Now, while their beef seems to stem mainly from their space endeavors, Musk has been vocal about Amazon and its impact on society, saying that Amazon is a monopoly and that it was time to break it up. This rings very true in the eyes of many sons and daughters of liberty. It all became noticeable after an episode of denying people freedom of speech as Amazon's Kindle direct publishing service refused to publish a book about unreported truths about COVID-19 and lockdowns. It showed that Amazon should not ban books and has no right to censor information. In the perception of millions, this is an act of modern-day book burning. So, who will be the first to reach the $1 trillion mark? So far, it seems that Bezos is siding more with more authoritative elites, whereas Elon Musk seems to be more of a people person. And so far, that stance is showing Elon Musk to be the victor. But there's still a long way to go. What do you think about these two titans and their drive for $1 trillion? We'd love to hear what you think. So, drop your thoughts in the comments section. Then, as usual, like, share, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for more stories.